Hello and welcome to the 5th day building Bedclock. It's already been a bit more than 3 hours building this project. It's not too much actually. If you think of that, you could be just half a day working on that and you could be having an application that is already kind of working. Yesterday we end up having something already connected with the different parts, so it has notifications, it has the storage, and it has the different screens and widgets reused across different parts of the application, and there are different flows that you can work with the application. My idea was to get the iOS developer account during the afternoon, but then one thing led to another and I didn't have the chance, so I'll do it today or tomorrow. However, while doing that, I came up with the thought of, okay, this application, I don't think this is gonna be the next big application on the world, but yet I would like to add somehow some way to monetize it. I think that the easiest way here would be to add some kind of ads. I don't want them to be too big, just small ones somewhere. I'm looking at the different applications and I see that all the applications have some free space here on the bottom part, and I'm thinking on using a small banner here that just does not block your day-to-day use, doesn't get too heavy on the screen, but still get you some money if there are enough users. So if you go with AdMob ad types, since here the units and formats, so there are like several parts like a banner, interstitial, rewarded interstitial, rewarded native advanced, when the app is open, etc. I think that the ones that are the less the less aggressive, let's say, are the banner ones. So we are gonna ask to build some banner ads for the different screens. Just to do so, I'll ask for the codecs to do it. I would like to have AdMob integrated in the... Is AdMob also working with iOS? AdMob works with iOS. Yeah, looks like yes, so sure, I'll go with that one. I would like to have AdMob integrated in the different screens. I would use a banner at the very bottom of each screen, except for the onboarding. I don't want it to be too big. Prepare it to work for Android and iOS, and set it up so that I can work with the testing and the productive ads. Because, well, as you may have seen, I didn't use it yet in iOS, but I used it in some Android applications, and there are some ads that are for testing so that you don't get money, and when you are working on the testing part, you just see that one or display that one, and then there's the official ones that the people will see and get you money. So perfect, it's working. And in the meantime, I'm thinking on how to continue. I realized that I don't have an actual branding around the application. Great. Now I have an MVP working, but I lack a clear branding for the clear branding. Help me coming up with the branding, some logos, imagery, etc. Just like that. Let's see what it says. I'm gonna close this one, because the next thing is, once I get this with the ads integrated somehow and also the branding, okay, Google Mobile Ads, yes, sure, it's gonna be add some marketing on it, and I think that this is what my next video is gonna be about. Today I'll just integrate this AdMob configuration checking that everything works fine. Also, I expect to have this branding thing prepared, and from here I'll just work on the marketing. So my idea would be to not take more than 40 minutes today. Actually, I would love to be half an hour if possible. So I would have been for 4 hours working on the application. Then the next thing would be working on the advertisement. I'll be creating, I guess, I don't know which format I should promote this. I usually go with the typical X posts, and also in some pages such as indie hackers or so on. But this time I think that I don't need to target people who are already indie hackers like me who like to build applications, but instead I want to target the final users who actually need these applications. So I'll try to go with a twist for that and try to target the other users. So, well, Bedclock, 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 the colors and the things. Perfect. I like that. I like that logo. Create an image with just the logo in PNG without background. Yes, everyone, I guess, it's creating all these ads. Yes, I don't know how many they are creating. Yes, and then ask again this session, just everything okay? Yes. Okay, yes. Again, this is something that everything under the iOS folder does not work exactly fine, or as it is with these laptops in Java Windows phone laptop, sorry. But then when you open this with Xcode, everything under here looks different. So within the iOS directory, so I don't take it too serious. Let's see if the logo has been generated. Not yet. Flutter analyze, yes, sure. Now I'd like you to generate the app icon. I'll wait until this is done to make sure that everything looks as I expect. This is still analyzing. Both are working at the same time. I don't know which one will go faster. So it takes a while. I don't know why that much. Should be faster, I guess. Okay, the analyze went well. No, not this one. Okay, now this is working. Again, too slow for my taste. Perfect, it has added the dependency AdMob in the pub spec. It also has added the runtime add config. So let's see what it happens here. In the pub spec YAML, we have this Google Mobile Ads in 531. In the README, it says that we have this dependency and how to set up. You have a banner sized with like that. Debug, set your production AdMobs here, or update that one in there. Use test ads, or you can use productive ones. Perfect. So here we have one. I don't know those values, so I won't be taking them, but asking for the AdMob. Here is the different values for the profile, the release, and the debug. So the three of them are different. Same here with the release and debug, so two different values. In the info list, it adds the identifier. In the main, if it's Android or iOS, it initializes the mobile ads instance. Okay. In the onboarding screen, it shows the bottom banner to false because we are using the Bedclock app scaffold item. So the other ones use a default true, I guess. Yeah. And what it does is in the bottom navigation bar, it shows the banner ad, that is this widget from here that basically creates the different configurations, add unit, banner ad listener, disposing, starting it, initializing it, all that stuff that looks good. For sure you see that I don't check all the things, but it looks good. And here the different parts that ensure that the service of the AdMob works. So yeah, I don't dislike it. I'll see how it works now in the emulator if it does. But let's see what has generated here. I do like this one, it's simple. I don't know which one I do prefer. I guess that maybe... Let me open them big. I guess this one looks better, but this one is simpler. I'll go with this one, the first. I like it more for an application. Now I like to generate the app icon. Yep, icon. Like that. Okay, seems that something has failed. Let's see where the error is. Play. Initialized. Maybe the same thing as the other days. I'll need to somehow clean this. Clear. Flutter clean, Flutter pub get, and that's all. Flutter clean. Flutter pub get. Perfect, everything ready. So I'll launch that again. And in the meantime, let's see what it generates. So yeah, this is what I'm looking for, I guess. Yeah. So next thing, what I'm gonna do is ask for photopia. Basically, it's kind of a Photoshop but free, and in the I wrote something wrong. Photopia.com and start using Photopia. Basically, it allows me to add different things. So I'm gonna be asking how to create a Flutter launcher icons. There is a dependency called like that. I don't know exactly the name. Flutter launcher icons. Let it ready and work for Android, iOS, and whatever. So basically, generates an image based on some file. It requires the image. I don't know if it has to have some size. Icon size. So it's a square. So I'm gonna be creating a new. Since I want to be squared, and I don't know exactly like how much. I guess I'm gonna be doing like that. Maybe it's too much, 180, but I prefer that it looks better. I go with transparent background and just 72 since it's not gonna be printed. And just like that, I'll try to copy this image in here. I allow that, and I'll just ensure that there's a tolerance of 99, I guess. They don't want to have any border nor nothing. Perfect. I think it looks good. Let me put it the biggest possible, not completely, but almost complete. I'll make sure that it's centered. Okay, this is blocked, so I'll verify this is center, and I'm gonna be storing it on the other screen, so not here. Well, basically, for you to see first, I'm gonna be exporting as PNG, and basically it says where to put it. It takes 1.4 megabytes. Okay, I guess. Then I'll reduce it for the icon. I'm gonna be calling it Bedclock app icon, and this is what I'm gonna be moving to the other screen now to see where it tries to open. Okay, so warnings, all good. Perfect, save. Now I'm having the application here, so let me see somewhere. I'll put it initially in this dep docs part. I'm gonna be here. But cool, the application debug is recorded. So here we see that there is the app icon now. I'm gonna be also creating the, not the icon, but the logo. Copy image and do the same. I'm gonna be hiding these. I'm gonna be creating a new layer for that. I don't know why it takes all the space. Okay, now it makes more sense. Now again, I'll center it. It should be already. Export as PNG. We'll call it Bedclock logo. And again, I'll choose the right place to do it. Here the logo, I'll put it, everything is running, to all the right is this logo. So this means that somehow here you can see we have a test ad. It's not too big, but yet it can generate money. And even if it's kind of close to the go to bed, it's not the best practice. I'm not saying that I'm trying to do so because of the place, but it's good because sometimes if for any chance the user does not click here, that clicks here, it will open the advertisement itself. So yeah, it's good that it's close. Yet I don't like to run on bad practices, such as putting it on top of. There's people who makes it hard for users to understand if it's either an ad or not. So I'm just putting it right here because it's the place that was less crowded in the different screens. So now we will see here there's this part. Also in this part it doesn't break anything, and when you start, if we just wanted to reset the update that we go to the initial, here we don't have anything, so we don't want that when users open here this they get this awful thing or put it in the ad somewhere. So this is the ad implementation. I like that. I also have those two, so let's go step by step. Here I'll git add, git commit, and say implement ads, git push. Then the next thing is going to be use the Flutter launcher icons, and this time we're going to be doing it ourselves since we know how to do so. Basically, we want to just put the Flutter launcher icons here. It's in the depth dependencies, it's good to have AI doing things, but sometimes I also do the things by myself, no? Here like that, on the dependencies, I put this. Since I save, it will trigger the pubget, so we are getting the latest things. Then we have to somehow add this configuration in here. We don't want all that for the web, Windows, or Mac OS. We only want the Android and iOS, so we'll just take this part and put it in here. Basically, since we don't have assets, I'll maybe create this assets directory. Yeah, I guess I will, and call it as assets. And those two images will go directly to here. Since we're already in the Bedclock, I'm not gonna be calling it Bedclock app. Nah, here I'll just use logo and icon. So I'll go with assets slash icon.png, just saving it. And the next thing is Flutter pubget and Dart run Flutter launcher icons. So to do so, here we can see that basically there's this, let me one sec, stop the application here. We have the Flutter here, where is it? Bedclock with the Flutter icon. We are gonna uninstall it. Do you want to install it? Yes, sure. So by following these instructions, we'll do Flutter pubget in the terminal. We'll see if it already has the here around the dependency. I don't know where it is here. Those are the ones. Maybe I'm not sure why I don't see here. I guess it's because it's not the dev dependency, but just like that. Dart run blah blah. It's building the package executable. It's adding the icon in Android. Icons with alpha channel are not allowed in the Apple App Store. Set remove alpha iOS true to remove it. Overwriting default iOS launcher icon with new icon, no platform provided. Okay, let's see what it did. Basically, if we go back here, we have, yeah, that within the Android application resources, source, main, resources, there are the different launcher icons. That is the ones that we have been seeing. And if we now try to go into the main Dart, where is it, the main, and play it in the meantime, we'll see that it will install in the part here the new application. So it will take a while, I guess. Let's focus again on the message here. We see that for iOS it didn't do maybe that much. In Android it has done those things. In iOS it has created the, yeah, it has replaced the icons. So yeah, perfect. It has already installed that. If we just pause the application again, this time here we see how the application looks, and yeah, this is the application looking as the Bedclock. The next thing would be to change this Bedclock name, but initially let's save that. Git status, git commit, update app icon. Now let's say in a new chat, since I don't want any previous context, I want the app name title to be Bedclock with the proper casing, since now it just looks as Bedclock, everything in lowercase in my emulator. So I know where to change that. In the info list for iOS you can do some of that. I don't know if it was info list or how was the actual thing. yeah, here somehow you have where your application is, how your application is called and where those values are taken from. Also, for Android, there's some things here in the manifest that tells you how the application is gonna be called. Here the label, but yeah, those are the things that I would like. Oh, here you see the Android label, yes. And which one? Info list. Yeah, instead of Bedclock. Okay, we didn't see it before, but it was in that page that we saw. And for the other places, there's this manifest that, yeah, all right. Yes, sure. And yes, it shouldn't be too hard. This change, we will see there are four things modified. So next with that, we will have already something better, let's say. Let's go back to main to play it. You'll see now, this time I'm gonna be opening this here for you to see how it looks, because there is a kind of a splash screen where you see the logo when it opens the application for a second or two, and then it actually opens the application. So we'll wait for this 15 seconds that it takes more or less to install that. But here you see there's this splash screen with the icon, and then you go with the actual application. Usually it does not take that much time. Now I don't know why it's stuck there, because I guess it's in the local, it goes slow somehow. And yes, since I'm refreshing all the time, there's the service and the storage is not properly managed, but we'll make sure that everything, whenever you open again the application, you don't go back to the. So if we refresh now, for example, we stay in this one, we don't go back to the onboarding page. This is only when we install new applications, let's say with different titles. And yeah, with that, if we just block in here, we'll see that now it's called Bedclock. It has a proper naming. This circle, this white circle, it's not beautiful, but in the newer mobiles, it does not look like that. And I'm not gonna be staying with this, because as you see, there are issues like that with other applications too. So it's not just us, and it's not ugly at all. So let me add this git status, git commit, use proper casing in labels, app title / label, and git push. So this is pushed on the Git repository. So with that, we already did most of it. I think that the next thing I would do here is perfect. I'd like to now create the screenshot for the Google Play Store page. I don't know if there is a create Google Play Store listing screenshots AI prompt. Free Google Play feature, graphic generator, fix AI. Let's see, China, I guess, yeah, it will take some time. Upload your screenshot and logo, describe your graphic. Okay, I see Screenshot Pro. Yeah, I do like those. Yeah, but I don't like that completely, so no. Yeah, well actually, yeah, maybe I'll just use something like that. No, this is not what I want. Yeah, I guess that this is what I was looking for, App Store screenshot generator, so yeah, I do like some of them. those I like them, but I would like to have some. This is the same. Yeah, I guess that this takes enough time to be doing that by itself, so I'm not gonna be doing it now, I guess. Generate me a couple screenshots to put into my Google Play listing. Let's see what it does to see a bit with that, and I think that I'll create a new video later just working on that, improving, because I think this is what it's gonna be taking usually what I usually fail, because I'll just try to take some quick solutions or quick wins, and this is what actually people sees and then decides to either download or not the application. So I think that I need to put more care into it. I don't dislike those options. I guess I can get inspired with some of them, but still I think that they look too much like too generic. Yeah, I liked the ones from here, so it's also an option. And this, yeah, well. No, I guess that with Canva we can do some of that too. Here we see a lot of things just. And if we go for free things, there are not too many options. Yeah, I think maybe this one is not a good one. I like those two things. It makes it look more professional. Yeah, I think that this is what I'm gonna be doing. Something like that. Give me a prompt for each for 5 different images to generate different screenshots that boost my app downloads. Let's see which prompts they say. Be vertical, like that. High contrast headline, 3-6 words max per slide, emotion over feature, one clear message per image, but over 5 optimized. Okay. Create a Google Play promotional screenshot from a minimalist sleep app called Bedclock. Vertical format, font aspect ratio, dark indigo and eye background with subtle stars, large bold headline at desktop, still going to bed too late. In the center, show the Bedclock home screen displaying a large clock with the text 47 minutes late. The UI should be sleek, dark, and minimal. At the bottom, subtle caption, text, take control of your nights. High contrast typography, premium aesthetic, calm but serious tone. Let's see with this. I'm gonna be in the docs part. I'm gonna be writing them out just in case. Screenshots, prompts. Screenshot 1, like with this. let's see what it does. Then yeah, I do like these options. They say the two show transformation, create a vertical wall play screenshot for Bedclock, dark elegant night themed background with a soft glow around the font, headline at top, large white text, go to bed on time, show the app home screen with current time and text 2 minutes left. The main button says go to bed, add small subtitle under the headline, sleep 8 hours consistently. Clean, minimal typography, modern and premium look, no clutter. Okay, I like that. Screenshot 3 is the strict psychology, so I guess we'll go with the calendar, create a vertical app store screenshot for Bedclock with a dark minimal background, headline at the top, build real consistency, display the history screen, showing a monthly calendar with dots and text below current streak 7 days, make the calendar look clean and neutral, subtext below the font, see your progress clearly, sophisticated, calm design with indigo accents. Yeah, why not? I'll just copy those two together. And let's see what it does. So we have the 1, let's see the 2. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know if it's because of the I don't know why, if it's the typo or what, but I don't like that. I think it still goes with I should create a better prompt maybe. Yeah, I don't like that. I like the ideas. I think that this is what I should go for. Still not good enough for me. So I don't know if it's because the application does not look like that. So if we would open this, yeah, other than not showing the ads, that I like that part, it doesn't look anything similar. So maybe I would need to add a screenshot of the app like that. What I do usually is take the screenshot of this application. Like with that, you can take screenshots, and I just publish those screenshots, but then they don't look good enough. Well, then I don't dislike it completely, but I don't like it either. So yeah, I think the learning here is that we want to be doing something, but they will need to be improved. I guess I won't go with the complete AI thing. There's this generate, drag a screenshot from your desktop into a device below. Oh, so I'm not sure I understand that. Does it mean that if I take a screenshot here, I can, on the other screen, I'm trying to look for this because it's not like that, but I think this should work. It's not the current screenshot I took, but this would be like a something such as this. Not those. Not those. Okay. Where does those screenshots go? Let me check on the site. settings. Okay, I see it. So according to that, I should get it in here, and yeah, this is what I did. So if I go with this, what? Oh, okay, I see now what it does. Okay, so what it does, it's basically put it into a font, so it looks like you are using it in a font. Hmm. I don't know. No, I don't think this is what I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, I'll stop the video here. I'll investigate a bit about which tool I should be using, but yeah, for sure my next thing would be to work on this part and create those screenshots, and then work also on the how to promote the application. That's all for today. Another 42 minutes, and we are now at around 4 hours on the project, and we have something working and already looking like an actual application here. So thank you for watching. If you arrived here, remember to subscribe, because since I'm still at 9 subscribers and this makes me not able to record the live streaming, and at the end this is what I would prefer, to just do live streamings instead of having to record and publish videos like that. But yeah, and give it a like, and anything you can put into the comments to help me, it will be appreciated. Thank you for watching, and see you with more.